Hi and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new and you like makeup, beauty, hair or hauls, then please consider subscribing. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know I have a huge love for Sand and Sky products. And I've recently found out that they have just released a brand new face mask. So the face mask that I've tried in the past, I've tried the Super Bounce mask, amazing, and the very, very popular, the pink clay mask as well, which is so good. It's probably one of my favourite masks actually. However, they have just released from their Tasmanian Spring Water range an intense hydrating mask. Another one of my favourite products from Sand and Sky is the Tasmanian Spring Water, the Hydration Boost Cream. I always get that wrong. This is such a good moisturiser. I absolutely love this in the mornings. I don't use it at night. It's not quite rich enough for my skin, but in the mornings it is so good for just feeding your skin that bit of extra moisturiser that, you know, overnight you might have lost when you've cleansed your skin, just to give that kind of bit of hydration for you to go out ready to face the day really. And it is amazing under makeup as well. Works really good as a primer. So when I found out that they'd released a mask as well, a hydration mask, I was really excited. I just had to try it. So the mask contains hyaluronic acid and squalene, both products that I really like. As a woman that's getting older, hydration for my skin is an absolute must. Obviously, I want to keep it plump. I want to keep it supple for as long as possible. So hyaluronic acid is absolutely brilliant for maintaining that moisture. And squalene is a really good product as well for very similar reasons. So this is the product itself. This is the packaging. It is very similar to the moisturizer packaging, but obviously, you know, they have their ranges, so they're all kind of color coded. Like this one's blue, and then inside the box you get your little spatula, like a silicone spatula. I really like these actually. I find you don't end up wasting product with them, you know, because obviously it doesn't soak into the bristles or anything. And then you get your little instruction leaflet and obviously your mask. So this is the mask itself. I love this colour. I know it is just a colour of packaging, but I just really like the colour. So this is 50 grams in here, which is a very decent amount. Most of the masks that I've got are 50 grams and they do last, you know, a decent amount of time. So this is what the product itself looks like. So again, it looks very similar to the moisturiser, kind of gives you water vibes, which obviously being a hydration mask is, you know, I can see where they're going with that. So the mask claims to be an unbelievably hydrating mask and begins quenching parched skin in just 10 minutes. The formula, which includes an effective blend of minerals, vitamin E and marine and botanical extract, helps balance the complexion to promote elasticity, which is what I want. So apply a quick moisture surge or leave on overnight for maximum effectiveness. So yeah, this is kind of like, you know, the overnight masks you can get, which to be honest are just extremely hydrating moisturizers. You can use this in the same way. So what I was saying about with the moisturizer, I just use it in the morning because it's not rich enough for my skin overnight. If you wanted to, you know, if you had really dry skin, obviously exfoliate first, and then you can use this and just leave it on overnight for that kind of intense moisture hydration. Yeah, so what I've been doing is I've actually been using this now for a couple of weeks because it says on the box, it says use it 2 to 3 times a week for peak dewiness, which is obviously what I was after. So I have kind of been pre-testing it, shall we say, but I am going to show you it on today as well. My skin doesn't look very dewy at the moment because all I've done is get up, and it is first thing in the morning. So I've just got up and I have just cleansed my face. I haven't applied anything afterwards. So this is how my skin is looking. Honestly, it is so much better than it was before. I'll try and find a picture of how my skin was before. But I literally cannot believe how much better, you know, my skin looks condition wise. It is more hydrated for sure, and this time of year, you know, in the UK, it is very sort of, the weather itself is very dry, the air is very dry, it is very drying for the skin. Obviously with the cold, your skin shrinks, and yeah, it's not the best. But yeah, I have to say, it just feels a lot more bouncier, it feels a lot more plumper. I just really like it. And my neck as well, one thing I will say is I always get hormonal spots around my neck, and I think I've got one just here, but yeah, nothing compared to what it was before. I had about probably 6 or 7 on my neck before, and it has actually helped with that as well. What it is, the skin, when you strip it of moisturiser, it creates more oils and moisture back onto the surface of the skin, which then, you know, causes spots and things like that. And obviously block pores and things like that as well can contribute to it. But in general, it's when you're stripping your skin of oils, and your skin then has to try and produce more. So that's when you're going to get spots. So obviously, if you're feeding it the moisture that it needs, you're going to get less spots. It's really hard to explain, but I think you probably get the gist. Right then, so I am going to use this on camera today just to show you what it's like. So obviously you can see my skin now. As I say, it's you know, it's not very dewy, because all I've done is get up, applied my cleanser and taken that off. So I've applied no moisturisers or anything like that to it yet, which is where this comes in. Right, so hair out of my face. So I'm going to apply the mask now. As I say, already cleansed, etc. Obviously, make sure you've done that first, otherwise there's no point. It's a waste of product if you don't. And I'm going to use my silicone spatula just to apply it to my skin. This isn't, you know, the kind of mask like the Pink Clay or the Super Bounce one actually, where, you know, they dry and then you wipe it off when it's dry. This is the kind that will obviously, you know, feed what your skin needs, and then you'll wipe it off. So don't expect this to, you know, go dry and, you know, like a clay mask, because it's not going to. Okay, so that's the product all applied. So it's all over obviously my face and neck. Yeah, and to be honest, you don't need a huge amount of it. I mean, there's still that much left. You know, I showed you at the beginning, and bearing in mind I've had two weeks use out of this. I've used it twice a week. And yeah, there's plenty of product in there. So this should last you a good while as well. Right then, so it says to leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. I'm going to leave it on for 20 because I always like to leave it on for the maximum time that they suggest. And then I will wipe it off and I will come back and show you afterwards. Okay, so I have just washed it off just with warm water. I did splash a little bit of cold on afterwards as well. I just like to do that just to kind of close the pores up. And yeah, honestly, it feels so nice. It feels really kind of hydrated, almost like I've put like that feeling when you put a hydrating serum on. It kind of gives you that feeling afterwards. So yeah, this is a close-up of my skin. This is obviously before applying moisturisers or anything. So all I've done is remove the mask. And I don't know if you can see, but my skin kind of looks more, it gives a more blurred appearance because obviously the pores are tighter. And obviously the skin's a lot plumper. It just feels so good. Really does. Yeah, and I don't know kind of if I try and turn to the lights a little bit as well. You get that kind of glowy sheen off it as well afterwards. And again, as I say, I haven't got any other product on my skin. So that is just the result of the mask itself. And I did forget to say as well, it smells so good. If you've used the Tasmanian Hydration Boost Cream before, you'll know that it's got that really nice kind of signature apricot peachy smell to it. And the mask has the same smell. It is divine. I love it. Right then, so afterwards, what I'm going to do is just apply, as I say, it's the morning. I'm just going to apply the moisturiser as well. I'm going to pop some of that on. And then that'll pretty much be, you know, my sort of face care done for today. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is, as usual, just leave that on to soak in for 10 minutes, and then I'll apply my makeup and use this as a primer. I just think it works so well under makeup. So yeah, skincare complete, and this is how my skin looks afterwards. Honestly, so good. It looks so dewy and so healthy. Yeah, I am just absolutely obsessed with it. I really am. So as always, if you are interested in you know, the mask or the moisture, any products, to be honest, on Sand and Sky, I will put a link down below to the website. So feel free to check that out for yourself. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video and you'd like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby.